Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on the 36X Spring Creek map here. Since last episode here, finished up everything we were working on there as far as like the planting was concerned. I haven't also got field 385. Let's see, limed, mulched, and I think, was that it? I think that was it on 385. We haven't done anything else on that there yet. Did some other field work on a couple other fields there as well. Again, as I keep mentioning, everyone, we will probably be wrapping up this season here this week. So all the crops we're like working on planting, we probably never will actually harvest. But hey, something else besides just harvesting here for the next the next couple episodes, right? Anyway, on one of our freshly planted fields, Kevin, we got, I think this was canola, right? Pretty sure I put canola on this field here. We've also got a beautiful crop of weeds going on in here. So that's why I've got the sprayer out here. Yes, canola. So yeah, gotta take care of the weeds here. We're gonna get the sprayer going here. I'm just gonna have Courseplay take care of this here. So let's get rid of that. Course, yeah, that should all be good. I don't think we need to change anything else there. Again, we didn't plow this field. That was like the one thing we didn't do for this field. We didn't plow it. We mulched it. Then we fertilized it, planted it. Oh yeah, we cultivated and rolled it. So yeah, we did a whole bunch of things to this field. Like I said, again, the one thing we didn't do was plow it. And the one thing we probably could have really done to like increase our yields would have been to plow it, which would have taken care of the weeds. Oh no, this is gonna... Okay, yep, I just seen it, like, why is this taking so long? Because it has this field, I don't even know what... It's got like this, I don't even know what it's trying to generate. Okay, we'll be back. I'm gonna have to fix this here in a minute. We'll be back. Okay, and we're back, Kevin. I just force closed the game there because that was probably going to take like forever for it to even attempt to generate a course for that, even if it could. I don't know. It probably wouldn't even, to be honest, have generated a course. So we're going to try this here again. See once. Can we get a course here? No, that is not going to work. Okay, why are you... I don't know why it does this sometimes. Sometimes just move into a different spot in the field, and then it'll be fine. Actually, I don't even... Why am I even starting over in the far corner? I should have just started in the closer corner. Well, whatever. Oh, let's try here. Hey, there we go. That's what we want to see. Double check. Yep, that looks good. Okay, now if we generate the course 7, we should end up with a course that'll generate much, much quicker here as well. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Okay, first waypoint, drive the course. And then again, as I was saying, everyone, for those of you like really looking to maximize your yields, like I said, all the work we did to this field, everyone, we probably could have like skipped most of that and done one thing, and that is plow the field, and that would have probably given us a bigger yield boost than everything else did. Because again, weeds will really hurt your yield here. So we are, I don't know if it'll show this or not down in the expected yield part. Actually, it will, I think. Yeah, so according to this, Evan, over here we should be getting expected yield of 123%. I guess the one thing we could have done too is rolled it. That would have given us a little bit. Why are you folding up? Let me go check this here a minute. Because something, yeah. It's like you're being derpy here, bud. Oh, yeah, okay, I know why. Because I didn't turn off the helper buy here, he will not work. So we need to go here, helper buy, fertilizer, turn that off. There we go. Okay, now he'll run. Super annoying that you have to do that. I don't know why that is, Evan. But if you're using the See and Spray sprayer here, you can't have the helper buy turned on. You have to turn that off for some reason. Yeah, don't ask me why. I'm super annoying. But anyway. Okay, now we should be good. So yeah, there we go. 117% yield on this part of one. 123% over here. So that is what, 5%? I think it's actually, to be honest, I think I've seen closer to 10% on that. Actually, or is that, no, maybe that's what Giants claims. Does Giants claim a 10% yield loss, I think, for weeds or something like that? And maybe it only is 5. Yep, again, if you folks look at Giants numbers for like, you do this or that, and you get this or that yield, or you get this or that penalty, throw it all out the window. And Giants clearly has no comprehension of how to do math in any way, shape, or form. Their numbers are completely wrong. I have not seen a single number yet that is right, everyone. So, like, take whatever Giants tells you, everyone, and throw it out. Because, yeah, I don't know who they have doing the math, but it's probably the same people that have had play testing the game from the looks of it, everyone. Because, yeah, whoever play tested this game, or lack thereof, clearly, yeah, didn't do their job, just like the mathematicians for the game here. So anyway, this episode of it, we're going to move back on to harvesting here again. We've got a couple more fields that are ready to, actually, I think all the rest of the fields are ready to go, right? So soybeans, corn, and sunflowers, yep, everything is ready to harvest here this episode. I figure we're going to start on the soybeans. The combines are sitting, oh, actually, no, the combines are up here, aren't they? Sure. I guess we're down at this end. I mean, nothing says we can't start at this end. Might just drive to the other end, though. Just start in the corner. I don't know, something about that, right, Evan? Yeah, we're just going to go down to this corner. We're going to start over here. Got all the trucks and stuff over here. Grain carts are all over here as well. Technically, they're on the wrong course, but we can fix that easily enough. We'll just probably have the trucks go around a turn, and then they'll pull up for the right field. And then we got to switch our auto drive workers around here as well. Like I said, should be pretty simple here. And a reminder here again, too, by the way, if you didn't see it last episode of one, we finished up this field here, field 383 here. That was 2 episodes ago now. We finished up on this field, Evan. Took us, what was it, 12 hours? I think it was right around the 12-hour time mark there. Again, auto drive just absolutely nailed course play to the wall time-wise there. That wasn't even a competition, Evan. Again, like I said before, too, I think a large part of that is courseplay has a bad habit of quitting on you. I don't know if any of you other folks watching have had that or not, but at least when it comes to this field, Evan, like courseplay just quits. Like it'll be going and it just quits. And when I'm saying quits, I'm talking the grain carts most, Evan. Although the combines will quit too, but mostly it's the most of the grain carts quitting that obviously causes the problem, right? Because once your grain cart quits, well, then the combine fills up, and well, there's your entire operation goes to a halt. Also, I'll have to say, too, Evan, I think with the new updates here to auto drive, now that auto drive will unload on the go, it seems like, or at least be a little more prompt about unloading, that helps significantly as well, Evan. Previous versions of auto drive, I'm pretty sure courseplay would have flipped the odds, Evan. At the very least, maybe it would have been the same, but courseplay probably would have beat auto drive because, yeah, auto drive in the past, Evan, was not, and I repeat, not prompt at unloading. Like, you'd fill all the way up in auto drive, might think about coming, and it definitely would never unload on the go. So, hopefully some good changes there, maybe. Hopefully. As long as auto drive can keep the derp levels to a minimum, everyone, that will help significantly, hopefully. And I think we definitely seen that on field 383 there again, everyone. Something I've always figured before. So auto drive, or I'm sorry, not auto drive. I'm always getting those mixed up, Evan. Courseplay on the combines estimated somewhere around 9 hours to finish that field, right, everyone? And at least in the past, I always figured you about double that number. So 9 hours, I figured it's going to be closer to 18 hours when it comes to harvesting. Well, again, like I said, auto drive on 12 hours. So again, definitely longer than courseplay's estimated time, which I would fully expect that, because unless you keep that combine constantly moving, that time is not going to be right. But yeah, again, just very impressive. Very, very impressive, everyone. And of course, a reminder here too, by the way, if you are using auto drive, well, make sure you got your auto drive version up to date. That is available on the GitHub, by the way. I don't remember off the top of my head if auto drive is available on the official Farming Simulator mod website or not, or mod hub. I like courseplay, I think, is auto drive is not, if I remember correctly, right? I think that's how that goes, if I remember correctly, everyone. So you can get courseplay on the official Farming Simulator mod hub, but not auto drive. So again, auto drive, you'll have to manually go download that from the GitHub. Again, those who download mods, nothing new, same process over there. And of course, starting off this field, Evan, we are harvesting soybeans on this field here, by the way. Figure we'll knock this field out. Shouldn't take us too long to finish this field, right, Evan? Actually, speaking of finishing, I should probably grab our grain carts here a minute, and the trucks for that matter. We need to switch over to 386. 386. That'll be truck weight. Same thing on the other truck here as well. So instead of field 383, we need to go 386. Turn you on. And then auto drive should go run the course there, by the way. And then they'll come back to the right one. So we need 386. Wait. 386. Unload. Turn this one on as well. 386. There we go. And can I click on the combine? I might be able to. Hey, there we go. Switch you to 386 as well. And you know what? Before I forget, 386. There we go. Let's set the other combine here as well, one. As I've said before, I'm going to click to switch. That is the mod I'm using to switch between vehicles there. Not a mod I use very often, everyone, but this map, I've found it to be particularly useful. I think it's just because, like, this map here, everyone, is so clunky and hard to use. It's almost impractical to use this map, everyone. So find myself using click to switch a lot more frequently here on this map. Now, of course, that's only good, everyone, if you can see the vehicle, right? And if you can see it, and if you can actually, like, click on it when you can see it. Yeah, we haven't put our pipe out yet, so none of the auto drive workers are on their way. And just a reminder here, by the way, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, once you are subscribed, don't forget to turn on your notifications there as well. And then if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you can find that information, as always, down below in the description there of this video, or most of the other videos as well, for that to matter. Again, anyone is welcome to join us on the multiplayer servers, as long as you can play nicely. And keep in mind, you do have to have a PC, so sorry for any console users that might want to join us. We are a PC-only server. The reason, of course, for that is cross-mod compatibility. We do run several mods, GPS for one, that are not available for the console, unfortunately. If it wasn't for GPS, I mean, we could probably, remove most of the rest of our PC-only mods. And, okay, yeah, sure, it'd be nice to have them. Do we need them? No. GPS, I don't know. That's kind of one of the non-negotiable mods, if you ask me. I mean, like, you need GPS for this game, in my opinion. Now, mind you, we're not necessarily using it right at the moment, but once we get the headland done, then GPS is definitely going to play a large role in the harvest, right? Or any field work on any field, for that matter, typically. You know what? And I should have put the pipe out. Wasn't even paying attention, was I? We are like 90% full. See how fast auto drive can get over here. Probably should watch it, because which one's going to try to... I don't see any one of them moving yet. So yeah, if it's the one in the back there, that one can't really go anywhere. Oh, he just started moving. And, of course, he just started moving after I left the combine. I mean, again, with auto drive, this is the one annoyance I wish they would fix yet. If you're not in the combine, auto drive will not come unload you. Like, you have to have yourself or a hired worker in the combine for auto drive to actually unload you. Still kind of the one annoyance. It'd be nice if they would do something about that yet, like somehow still have you unloaded. As I've said before, I like, while I'm waiting to be unloaded to go check the rest of the equipment, make sure everything else is going good, do that, hop out. Just like even now, too, where it's like, okay, are they working? Let's go over and check. Oh, well, even if they were working, now they're not because I got out of the combine, right? He's actually avoiding the crop, though. That is interesting. Auto drive shouldn't have to avoid the crop. I thought I had auto drive set, so like, hey, drive across the crop, but just this map is too big. The fields are too big to be trying to avoid crop here, and also just makes it that much more complicated as well, right? But that appears to be what he is doing. He is attempting to avoid the crop. We'll also see if he can unload us on the first attempt here. That is still another one of the things with auto drive, and we had the same problem over on field 383 of in there. Sometimes auto drive just would not line up with the combine for some reason, or it would line up, like combine would start unloading them, and then auto drive would just keep on going. It's like, auto drive, if you would just stop right there, it'd be good, but no, it just keeps on going. And as I've said many, many times before, and folks are all worried about AI taking over the world. Okay, in fairness, Evan, the AI in this game, compared to some of the other AI out there, yeah, there's not much comparison, is there? I'm on auto drive. Any day you want to get over here. He's doing pretty good up until this point. Actually, speaking up until this point, Evan, I think that is maybe something I've noticed here. In the past, a lot of times with auto drive, like if it was coming a little bit longer distance, Evan, auto drive would just like randomly stop certain places. It's like it had to stop, I don't know, recalculate or whatever it was doing. Then it would come unload. Or maybe it might even have to stop another time yet before it finally would make it to, the combine. Like, oh, now we can unload. Not entirely sure what he's doing here, but definitely a little rough feeling, it seems like. But he should be lined up, though. Oh, look at that. And he actually stopped. Wow. I mean, I'm not sure what the weird turning around nonsense over here was about of him, but hey, he worked, right? We're just going to stop and unload here, by the way. I'm not going to try to keep unloading on the go here while going around this. Okay. Really, bud? Oh, okay. I say he's not just going to stop there, is he? It's got to be a trick that auto drive you learn from course play. Those of you remember, I don't know that I've seen course play do it so much anymore. But going back to like Farming Simulator 17 and stuff like that, that was always course play's favorite trick when it was done unloading. It would just go pull out right in front of the combine. For those of you, like, yeah, if you've been playing Farming Simulator that long and been using course play and stuff in that version, yeah, course play was always doing that. Like, really? Why? Now, of course, everyone, once we finish with this field here, we've got 2 corn fields left to finish out yet. And then we'll have the big sunflower field here. So if I'm counting my episode numbers right here, if we can finish this field in an episode, well, this episode and in between episodes, maybe next episode, Evan, hopefully we can knock out both cornfields. And then that will leave us 3 episodes to finish the big one. The big one, of course, being the section over on 289, 290, 291. And that, again, is our 1 square mile field. And that one, I'm sure, is going to take a while to harvest. Now, I talked with our custom harvesting crew again, Evan. They sent up the John Deeres here last time. I think they were feeling sorry for us in these yellow contraptions. I think they call these combines, right, Evan? I don't know. Not even sure anymore, yellow things like this. But They set up some John Deeres here last time. We've only got grain heads on them, though. So we're going to see if the custom harvesting crew can maybe send us up some corn heads as well. Oh, I gotta watch what you're doing when you're going around headlands, right, Evan? At least try not to miss anything anyway. And, of course, not just, some crazy overlap, of course, as well. We'll most likely probably run 2 combines on this field, everyone. Probably get course play set up here at some point, but I'll probably finish up the headlands. And once we got that done, then, yeah, then we'll get course, or maybe... Oh, is it straight enough? I don't know if this field's straight enough for this or not. It might be. We could even throw a hired worker on this. Throw a hired worker on either end of the field. See how well that goes. Or maybe it doesn't go. I don't know. Anyway, but let's head over to the comment section in a moment. See what you folks had to say here for last episode. Starting off with Hetero. Hetero saying, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Next comment here from Mason Farms. He was saying, course play seems to be getting more derpy by the day. It can't even handle simple tasks. Yes, I've noticed that. For those who watched last episode, I was actually talking about that here with Field 384. We were attempting to, was it cultivating? Yeah, it was the cultivator and the roller one. I was attempting to have course play, cultivate, and roll. There we go. Roll. Yeah. Field 384 there, one. And it just kept quitting. It'd get down to the one, and it was always the same end, by the way. He would always get down to that end, and he would quit. Talking about the course play just quitting again, right? Sounds like a new generation problem or something. Just quits. But yeah, course play just kept quitting. We got to the last half field, and then course play did all the rest of the field, no problem. Like, really? What was the problem in the first half of the field? It beats me, I have no idea. And I still don't understand why sometimes course play does a phenomenal job, and other times it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what sauce course play's been on, but that was not a good batch. Anyway, next comment here from Mr. Broman. Thanks for answering my question on the last video about the Case Tiger 255. Says he went to Custom Modding's Facebook page, looked for their MediaFire download, downloaded that one instead. That cultivator does have the rear hitch visually. However, it's still not hooked up to anything, specifically the Summers 51-foot roller. Under the DLC tab on the menu, it says it needs an update for the cultivator. So I did that, and it took away the hitch option. Oh, okay, yeah. So let me finish reading this comment here a minute. We'll answer that. So you deleted it once more and re-downloaded the MediaFire version of it with the hitch visually there. It says my question for you, Mr. Mod God, is how do I mess with a mod script to make the rear hitch work? Funny that the rear hitch would not work, because I'm pretty sure that is the one I have, is the one from Custom Modding. And as I've said before, a lot of times if you go to their Facebook page on one, that's usually where you can find, whether it's more detailed or more options, or just generally speaking, more. Because again, sometimes some of these mods, Evan, either Giants just won't allow it. Maybe the mod author doesn't even try, or whatever it might be, Evan. A lot of these mod authors will sometimes offer more customized versions on their Facebook pages than what's available on the official Farming Simulator Mod Hub. Speaking of the official Farming Simulator Mod Hub, going back to Mr. Broman's thing in there about having to update the mod. So yeah, if you look at the update tab, everyone, the official Mod Hub will download or think any mod that is not matching the version that is on the Mod Hub needs to be updated. So whatever mod you have, if it doesn't match what's on the Mod Hub, it will think it needs to be updated, even though it probably doesn't. So, oh, you know what? And I was not very smart here again, Evan, and I forgot to put the pipe out, didn't I? So yeah, just something to keep in mind there, everyone. We have that on the multiplayer server too, for example. I mean, like some of the mods on the multiplayer server, we run custom versions of some of the mods. Some of the mods we've just like added decals to and stuff like that. So we've added decals to that mod. Well, right away, Evan, the Giants mod hub thinks that mod needs to be updated because it doesn't match, what's on the mod hub. Even though it technically is the same version. Like, it's an identical version. Everyone, the only difference is we added a decal to, like the side panel or something like that. We can throw the RDAllen logo up on the side of the truck or whatever, whoever's farm it might be up on the side of the truck. And, of course, yeah, you don't want to do that update, Evan, otherwise you will lose your work. Looks like, oh, yeah, in this case, auto drive is actually just cutting right across the field, isn't it? Cool. Also, how do you make the rear hitch work? Wow, a lot of questions to answer in this one, but good, very, very good. How do you mess with the mod script to make the rear hitch work? Oh boy, I don't know if that's one we can really answer in this video or not. It's not terribly hard to make a hitch work, in my opinion. First off, you need to have a point in the mod itself, or a location in the mod, and then you need to go to the XML and define that location as a hitch. Possibly it already has it. I don't know why it's not working. I'm not sure there, Mr. Broman. That seems kind of weird because I'm pretty sure that, again, like I said, that's the one I have. But yeah, basically, you need to open up the mod file. You're going to need Giants Editor, so you need to open up the Giants Editor file. And then you need to add a transform location where that back hitch is, where the attacher point is. The one thing I will say with that, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while since I've done an attacher, I believe everything has to point in the correct direction. So you'll have your X, Y, Z. You'll see your blue, green, and red arrows. Those need to be pointing in the correct direction for everything to attach properly. Otherwise, things will not attach properly. What in tarnation is auto drive doing? I'm not actually backing up. I'm literally auto drive is just pushing me. Auto drive is literally pushing me there. Okay, aside from that silliness that seemed to have worked. Oh, he's going to do this again. Oh, really? Come back here, bud. No, you're not. I don't even think about it. Why is the combine not unloading? Now, why is the combine not unloading now? Oh, did he close the pipe? Oh, he closed the tarp. What in the world? Yeah. Okay. Stupid hired worker here. Yeah, there we go. Get under there. Perfect. Perfect, he says. Yeah. Hired workers, I'm telling you, folks. I'm still actually, I mean, you folks just seen, like, what in the world is auto drive doing? How did auto drive beat course play? I'm like, for all those of you saying auto drive is better than course play, it seems like it was, because again, auto drive did, but wow, the level of derp, everyone just, okay. Goes to show you how derpy how derpy course play is, I guess, right? Okay. Yeah, you don't even think about it, bud. I see you're going to try to cut in front of me. At least that's what it looked like I was going to do anyway. I was going to try to drive in front of the combine. Next comment here from Steven. Steven was saying, it seems like with all the farm sim games, it's best to wait a year before playing. Possibly some truth to that. In fact, you could probably say that with like all the games getting released nowadays almost, right? Like a lot of the games nowadays. Like for those, like back in the day of one, like game updates wasn't a thing. Like you had to release a working version of the game, otherwise, like, yeah. And then, of course, as the internet grew, everyone, well, then, game updates became more of a thing. And now we've gotten to the point where, well, let's just release it and see what happens, and we'll fix it as it breaks, right? So now we got lots of games out there being released that are just like, what in the world, right? This thing's not even playable. And then some of the reviews for some games are definitely reflecting that as well. When again, I think it was the last episode or episode before when we were talking about like a Battlefield series and Farming Simulator. Both games released about the same time, everyone. And I think it was Battlefield, or was it Call of Duty? Whichever one it was not well. There was an overwhelming negative amount of comments for that game because again, the game developers just absolutely reeked of incompetence. And I would argue, too, Farming Simulator wasn't too far from that. The game was at least playable for the most part, everyone. But there was definitely some serious flaws with the game. Now, again, fortunately, Giants at this point, 3 years in, almost 2.5 years, I guess, right? They have fixed, 90% of the problems, I would say, at this point. Most of the rest of the problems that remain, in my opinion, are ones that have been in the game for, like, years, so... And not just this version of the game. Now, going back to the Steven's comment, though, like, okay, if you're going to wait a year to play the game, like, if everyone does that, like, then nothing's going to get fixed. So, not everyone can just wait a year to play the game. Like, there's going to have to be some people that are going to play it right away, and they're going to have to put up with the derpiness or whatever is broken until it gets fixed. Which kind of happened with the Battlefield series, too, there, by the way. As far as I know, I think like the Battlefield series is fairly well accepted now. I don't know if they've quite overcome their overall negativity there from the initial release, though. Have they? I'm not sure. Next comment here from Big Hook does. Great video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that. He was saying, if you think this map is big and insane, you need to check out the West End by Levi Modding. It is a 64x map. Now, that's an insane amount of work. Oh, yes. And I think I've mentioned that map before, Evan. Again, this is 36, Evan. 64 is almost twice the size of this map. So, like, this map is huge, Evan. Like, absolutely ginormously huge. You have a map that's twice as big as this map? Oh, my goodness. Like, who's even playing on a map that big? Okay, well, everyone, looking at the time here, looks like it is unfortunate time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.